Hello, hello. What's up, everybody? How you doing? Good morning to you. It's Tuesday morning. How you
Aloha!
how you feeling, Katie?
A little bit crazy, a little bit painful. Oh, it still hurts.
Yeah, just be careful there. Yeah, both of us just got off work a bit ago, and well, not really. I guess you're still kind of working, but I'm gonna be going back to work.
No,
If it makes a difference. But let's
and
say
I
let's say
didn't go
hello.
to work at all today.
Oh, right. Yeah, I was still thinking you were doing the home office thing.
Yeah.
Yes. Yeah, Horny Alf in the chat. What's up, man? Good to see you, brother. Thanks for stopping in. Frog G says, I was told there would be gays. Of course, there's always gays. How you doing, Frog G? Good to see you, my man. We got Tony, the Clown World Review. What's up, man?
Hey,
Says
Tony.
it's early gays as
Exactly.
yeah. I did a couple streams called Morning Gaze here and there, but it's a little too soothing, a little too relaxing for a gaze show, right? So we just decided to do Morning Firestorm. What's up, B Rose? Good
Hey,
to
B
see you,
Ross.
my man. Frog Link or Frog G. I almost said Frog Link. Frog G is out there dropping links. Thank you, my friend. Thank you very much. Appreciate you, brother. Brightest day. What's up, man? Good to see you.
Hey.
Got a Mortal Coil in the house. What's up, buddy?
So many people
I
here.
honestly didn't expect like more than 3 people to pop in. So thanks, guys.
Everybody is on with the gays agenda.
Yeah, but it's morning. It was just kind of off the cuff. Brightest day says Greg Gaze moonlights as a music video producer. Yeah, maybe. Maybe. You start in the porn parodies and you go from there. Those aren't hard though. You just kind of remixing little beats that go with the thrusting and the throbbing and the Harry Bobbin man ass. What's up, Adeg Outlaw? Good to see you, my man.
Do you mean the schnitzel making?
Schnitzel making is that what the kids are calling it these days?
No, schnitzel making is like when you're sitting somewhere watching TV, Sunday. And on Sunday, the typical dish over here are schnitzels, right? Like fried schnitzels. And how we make a schnitzel, how we make it tender, just beat the meat.
Of course.
No, somebody's gonna clip that. Never mind. But the point
Yeah.
is, just imagine sitting somewhere and you hear like, right?
Whoa. Whoa. Calm down
Yeah,
over there.
that's what I
Make
meant
make
by
schnitzel on
music.
your own time. What's up, Johnny Cage? He's quoting here. Says, "By God, she might be broken in half." Hmm. Oh, what's up, Pale Rider? How you doing? He says, "What the hell? Haven't even had a drink yet this morning." Wow, you're
Cheers.
fresh Pale Rider. Oh wow, Katie beat you to it, buddy. Sorry.
That's an energy drink. Hate to break it to you.
Oh damn, I can't tell. All your cans look the same over there. Matthew Berkland's in the house. What's up, man? It says -29. Wow. Ow.
That's
Screw
cold.
that. Yeah, it's actually not too bad here right now. It's just surprising. Miss Rena, what's up? Good to see you.
Hey, Rena.
I think we got just about everybody. So yeah, let's talk about some stuff. What do you say?
Let's talk
Let's talk.
about what?
Well, I just wanted to bring this up briefly. I put this out yesterday, and I just want to clarify: this is not like an attack on anybody or anything like that. It's just I've seen a lot of mailing lists lately that have oh my internet's lovely again today. Still have this kind of stuff on the bottom. Like I don't know. Me and NyRiam were talking about maybe doing some videos as far as creating crowdfunding campaigns and just making Indiegogo pages and that kind of thing. So maybe we'll do that. I just see a lot of times, and this stuff is easy to miss, by the way. If you've ever put together an Indiegogo page, it truly is really easy to miss some of this stuff because their interface is not the greatest. But just be extra careful when you're going over this stuff that you don't leave anything blank. You don't leave any canned text on there because it just looks bad. And I want everybody to look good. And that's all I was getting at with this. I just want everybody to shine as best as possible.
And if you're not sure how to do it, like how to run that campaign properly, how to fill everything properly, you just, you first, you need to be girl. Second, you need to have a manager. And third, you need to go like, Red, I don't know how to fill it. Can you do it for me, please?
Yeah,
and
that could help.
It's
That could help. It all depends. It all depends. Yeah, I don't mind questions. Like if anybody has questions about putting
yeah.
together an Indiegogo page, just hit me up. Like I'm not a big conversationalist. I don't love to chat a lot, but I don't mind helping some people out here and there. Miriosphere, what's up, man? Hail to you, brother.
Hey,
Johnny Cage says, "May the sass begin."
there it is. Oh,
This phone has been harassing me all day with this update. Like, just no, I'm not going to update. You can just wait. Wait till I'm ready. How about that, phone?
Matt.
Oh, nothing. Phones are just
Oh,
getting attitudes,
You mean the regular update?
Yeah, it's just I don't know, some kind of iOS update.
Is it that update that you refused to install half a year ago?
No, I did end up installing that because that time had passed.
Yeah,
And it really, I mean, they know how to do it, man. They put that big ass red circle on there on the app saying you got an update, and every time you look at your phone, they're harassing you about it. So
they forced you.
they know how to get you. Yeah, because you just get tired of it. They wear you down. They just wear you down, and you're like, fine. Put in the damn update so you can spy on me some more and tell me what boots I want every time I go to a website. Sons of bitches.
You just make sure it doesn't happen with the vaccination as well, okay?
Oh, F that. Our writer says, on the Red Dress Diaries, I'll have a free content on the Red Dress OF page. OnlyFans page.
Yeah.
Oh, well. Wow, free content? I don't think OnlyFans is really about doing free stuff.
See, Pal Rider, I think we should do some kind of competition, like some kind of contest, like fan fiction writing containing the red dress, and the winner would get it illustrated or drawn, or sounds like fun.
Could be.
Best
Johnny
red
Cage
dress.
says, I still use Windows 7 just to not give them the satisfaction. Windows
Oh my
7
God.
was good. It was the last decent Windows.
Seriously, my dad still has the XP version. I think that's the best.
XP was good, but Windows 7 wasn't bad. It was still usable. It was before they tried to turn computers into phones with all the app bullshit. So, yeah.
Have you ever tried Vista?
I did. I ran Vista for a long time, and nobody I knew liked it. Like, everybody hated Vista. And I was like, I'm okay with Vista. It didn't bother me that much. Yeah, it didn't bother me that much.
I think it was horrible.
I think I just got used to it. Yeah, definitely give Sugar Chris a sub if you haven't already. Decepticons Cave of Toys and Villains. What's up, my man? Tailbreak Gaze. I'm getting blazed. Good for you. It's a good time. Good time in the morning for that. Parrider says, sounds good to me. Everyone is welcome to the Red Dress IP. I don't know, because I've heard Chris say something different. But so I guess since you own him and all, wow, that's a weird, gross thing to say.
Right? Sugar is being owned.
Well, speaking of owning people, I saw this and I just thought this was really retarded. This isn't like a child trafficking thing, but apparently in Texas, this woman was arrested at Walmart, of course, Walmart, because she tried to buy somebody's kid. Like they met in the the self-checkout line, and she started talking about how much how her kid's blonde hair and whatnot, and like she offered her $250,000 for the kid, and she thought she was joking, so she just kind of laughed it off and walked outside. This woman followed her out to the parking lot, was like screaming at her that like if 250 is not enough, she'll up it to 500. So yeah, this weirdo has been arrested. It's all caught on video.
All I keep staring at right now. I was listening to that's for sure, but I just keep staring at the logo there. I thought that it was fun. It was for fun. It wasn't like being serious. But it actually
What, the
doesn't
Walmart
look
logo?
nice. Yes.
Oh, you think it looks like a puckered asshole?
Yes.
Yeah, it kind of does. It makes sense. Frog G says you don't buy kids at Walmart. That's what Target is for. There you have it.
And I'm back.
Yeah, Walmart's for real, low class criminals. I think this is more of a high class crime.
Yeah, I would expect this in some kind of like Gucci store or something like that, right? Okay. Oh my God, I'm gonna get. Never mind. I'm gonna get stolen in the street.
Decepticon says, a man asked me to buy my kid and follow me outside like that. More than likely going to get beat down. Yeah, that's what I mean. Well, these were women, so maybe that's less likely to happen. I don't know. In this day and age, everybody's crazy anymore, so who knows what would happen. But yeah, probably a punch in the face would probably suffice. Go about your day.
High five in the
Continue.
face
Mm.
with the chair.
Precisely. Johnny Case is down here. People who make that type of joke will actually
Get a kid.
steal your kid, and run away if you don't pay enough attention. Yeah, that would be my first concern. Like somebody came to me with this kind of nonsense, that would be my very first thought. Like don't let that kid out of your sight. In fact, maybe even just hold the kid until you're done. Yeah,
You know
people are
those
nuts.
leashes. You know those leashes that they made for kids. That actually be a lifesaver in this case.
Yeah. I've spent a lot of time making fun of those leashes. I've actually seen people walking with their dogs, like without a leash, and having their kid on a leash on the other hand.
What does it say about you as a parent and a pet owner?
Well, it says you're pretty boss when it comes to training your dog, but your kid sucks, I guess.
Yeah.
Pay Rider says, depending on the age of the kid, they'd have to at least cover my investment. 500. It's 500,000, Pale Rider. 500,000, man. That's what she was offering. But yeah, 500 is definitely not enough. Wow.
Pale Rider's doing serious business here. You know what? I would like to ask Pale Rider almost live that whether he had to choose whether he would sell his IP or his child. You know what decision he would make.
Well, I think Chris is basically his child now, right?
I don't know. Let's wait. He's definitely gonna answer that pretty quickly. I believe in him.
Woodrow, what's up, man? Says, I was on a leash as a kid at the Grand Canyon. They didn't trust me not to run right off the edge. I was stupid. But that actually makes sense. Like, I'd be pretty concerned with a kid around the Grand Canyon.
I don't know. I mean, I've walked a few dangerous places, and honestly, my parents were crazy enough where we were on this trip to this old castle where there are like this tiny windows, basically just wide enough to put the cannon head through it, right?
Yeah.
And
like murder holes.
Yes, and one would think that the child isn't supposed to go there. The child isn't supposed to climb there. I didn't. They put me there. My own dad just came and just stuffed me there, and then they were all panicking because they didn't know how to get me out.
Well, there was a time when kids weren't completely retarded, right?
Yep.
I mean, that just means your dad had confidence in you. It might also say, something else, but we won't get into that. How high off the ground was it?
Well, I don't even know.
It was like 10 to 20 feet. I think you're good.
I would say like this from the ground, the chest.
Oh, that's not bad at all. That's not bad at all.
Come on, I was 3 or 4. That's a childhood trauma right there.
Me and my brothers used to go into the woods by our house, and there was this fallen log over basically what amounted to a ditch, like an eroded ditch. It probably about 10 to 12 feet or so off the ground. And we would go up there and just do the American Gladiator thing. Like we would all choose a stick on our way there, and then we'd have it out, like, that kind of thing.
How many times did you win?
Not often because I was the youngest, but yeah, it was fun. None of us ever broke a bone either.
That's how you fight. That's how you do it. Right way.
Now, I don't know. I don't think we were 3 or 4 at the time. It's probably more like, I think I was, that probably started around 6 or 7. But,
That's good. That's decent. Yeah, by the time my younger brother was already born, so he was the target of all the family bullying and stuff like that, so.
Writer says, IP or kid, everything has a price.
Yep.
Almost. Almost, except for the puckered Walmart logo right now.
Oh my God, no.
Frog G says 3 or 4. You're still bouncy then. Yeah, exactly.
Yeah. Could be.
Still had some rubber going on. You'd have been fine.
You know what's the precious family picture that we have? And it was my own brother, probably about the same age, 3 or 4, and in the living room we used to have really tall wardrobes. There was like this big space between the wardrobe and the ceiling.
Mhm.
So my dad just came to my bro and he grabbed him by his diapers, by his t-shirt, and just put him up there, right? And the picture has it that he's just like laying on his belly like that and crying, That's
Yeah,
the
you
best
showed me that
picture.
picture. That is a good picture. Yeah, see, yep, can't buy the pucker. Good man, good man. Glad you're still with us, Pal Rider. But yeah, I don't know. People are nuts. Why are people so crazy?
It kind of comes from generation to generation. I kind
Is
of do
that what
feel
it
very
is?
normal.
Every generation gets worse.
Mm-hmm.
That's what I've been seeing.
Mm-hmm. Unfortunately.
Damn, Marby Dog comes in with some truth. What's up, man? Says, and Walmart and China's homogeny over American manufacturing.
Mm. Mm. Oh, I was trying to like list how many markets and supermarkets and brands over here in my country are actually local. There's this one coming from basically Russia, right?
Mhm.
There's one. No, there are two coming from England. There are a few from Germany. Basically, there are almost no stores that are local. You know, like the brands.
Oh yeah, so you're pretty much out of mom and pops over there.
Yep.
Yes, please do all that. Thank you, Frog G. Appreciate it, my man. Now we're going to get into another topic. This one, I don't even know what to title this yet. I don't have a title for this segment. We'll just call it tolerance for now. What do you think?
Tolerance or intolerance or
Or victimhood, whatever.
God damn it. He had the
Danny Murray's
perfect
in the house.
English.
What's up, man? That's a
Hey, Danny.
yikes. How you doing, Danny? Good to see you. Yeah, so this I know everybody's looking forward to Thor: Love and Thunder. I just know it. I can feel the energy coming from the chat right now. Like everybody's just throbbing, waiting for this.
Sure. You call it throbbing. Okay, go.
Throbbing, yeah.
Yeah.
But yeah, Tessa Thompson's at it again. She says the film will explore LGBT relationships.
Oh, come on.
Uh-huh. No. And apparently this is just the beginning. She says there's a lot that are going to be coming in the MCU. A lot of the LGBT nonsense. I mean, relationships will be coming. So yeah, for starters, the MCU will include an LGBT romance in the upcoming Thor: Love and Thunder, which is probably this weirdo Tessa Thompson, and I don't know. It's probably going to be Natalie Portman, if I had to guess. But yeah, yeah, not exactly the same as a comic. Although they've been doing with this what they've been doing with everything else is slowly bleeding the MCU versions into the comics. Which I really wouldn't know if I didn't read sites like this because F Marvel and stopped reading Marvel a long time ago.
Is that the way how they are trying to push in the LGBTQ and
that's one way. That's one way. They're just trying to take these characters, like all the ones that they race swap or gender swap or queer swap, whatever you want to call it, and shove them into the books.
She's a bi, and yes, she cares very little about what men think of her. Okay, there are so many effing moments when a straight girl goes to a bar drinking with her friends, and after a few shots, she kisses another girl. That doesn't make her bi. And yes, she's the type of a character that I can totally imagine and see doing that kind of stuff. But
Well,
I mean, like pushing this.
I think it's kind of strange that they take, like feminists are kind of on the outs here lately, because they're all the real feminists, the ones who actually believe what they're saying and are trying, actually in their mind, trying to stand up for women's rights. They're really on the outs lately, mostly over the whole trans thing. Firstly, but then you see something like this, and it's like, okay, well, do you have to be do you have to be gay or bi to not care what a man thinks? I mean, I always assumed most women didn't care what I think.
It's just it feels to me as if the world was turning into, like all these crazy things are taking over and normal people won't be anymore. It's almost scary. Like I don't
All
mind. I'll
about the
just
3%. Everybody hates the 1%, but they love that 3%. Yeah, probably not, Johnny. Probably not.
I don't know. I personally don't have anything bad against bi, against homosexual, lesbians, and all that LGBTQ thing. Just okay, you be whatever you want. Just don't rub it into my face all the time.
That's just it. That's the message. Like nobody here cares. Nobody cares. Nobody's homophobic. Nobody gives a shit. We just don't want to hear it all the time. That's it.
And see, here's the thing. I met a few, people who are attracted to the same sex, but hell, there was this guy, and I knew he was gay because how he used to look at his schoolmate,
Did he sit down when he peed?
Maybe, I don't know. That's not the thing we talked about. And hell, I was even cheering for him, that he would find that special someone.
Well, yeah.
But this is completely different. It's like taking something that's not meant to be like that and just.
Yes, you must be tolerant, and when tolerance isn't enough, then you must be an ally. You must push for it. You must believe in it. No, you must screw off. Yeah, I had this friend. This was after high school, but me and my best friend at the time, we were just hanging out at the mall because that's what we did. We hung out at the mall all the time, and we hung out with this guy a lot too. And he came to us one day, like after knowing him for several years, and he's like, "I got to tell you guys something. I've been hiding this for a long time." And he goes into this big spiel, like I don't know, it's probably 5 minutes before he worked up to the point. And we're just both nodding because we know where it's going. And he finally breaks out, I'm gay. And we were both just looked at each other, we looked at him, and we're like, we know, Brian. We know. It's okay. Because we all knew. Everybody knew.
And nobody cared.
Knew he was gay, and nobody cared. Exactly. Nobody cared.
Yeah, but we're going out with our friends. We are not going out with people because they are gay or not, but because we like them or not. That's seriously.
It was what? I think it was a bad moment for him because I think that response kind of deflated, where he was going with it. Like he thought this was going to be a big dramatic moment, and we already knew. You're gay, dude. It's okay.
long term, I kind of do think that when he reflects on that kind of reaction, he must be glad for that, because you could have reacted like, oh my god, and start laughing about it. You didn't.
Gross.
Oh, Jesus.
Wait, what is this? Stop rubbing your sexuality on my face. That can mean many things.
Johnny Cage, you're a major perv, and you two can shake hands.
Yeah, so Pat Ryder says, I watched Eternals the other day. It wasn't a very good movie, but it was watchable. I'm not familiar with the story, though. Yeah, I'm not too familiar with the whole Eternals storyline either. I haven't watched it yet. I don't know. It's just one of those I'm just not all that interested in, which is most movies coming out of the MCU these days. And everywhere, for that matter. Hornioff says the new comics prioritize identity first, and now it's creeping into the films. Yeah, that's, I don't know. I kind of get the feeling that was the point all along. Like they were just kind of sitting back, rubbing their hands together, waiting for this moment. They're like, we'll reel them all in with the good characters and the good stories that everybody loved. And we'll slowly, gradually just push that in there until one day in their face.
You know what?
Slap right in the face.
I don't think you're right. I think if Lee was still alive, he wouldn't let this happen.
I don't think he had much of a say in any of it, to be honest. There's a lot of old comic guys that just didn't, Stan Lee got a lot of respect, but honestly, he got more credit than was due to him. There's some other guys that, like Jack Kirby, who barely got any credit, and he was very much involved in a lot of this. But yeah, I don't know. And he said some questionable shit too in the past. everybody just kind of goes along to get along when there's money involved, you know. But we got brutal Morningwood in the house. What's up, man? Says the days, if loud and proud, should end. Let's let's get the quiet and proud. That'd be nice, you know. It's kind
I
of
even forgot where I read it. Maybe I'm gonna be able to find it.
that's kind of how I was brought up, you know. You can it's good to be proud, you know. It's good to have points of pride in your life, but you know, you don't need to go. Bragging was a bad thing when I was a kid. Like it was kind of frowned upon. Like, you know, nobody likes a braggadocious asshole. And that's the world now. Everybody's just trying to, you know, out brag each other. Look what I'm doing. And it's just normal shit. Like, okay, you're gay. Who cares? Well, congratulations. Go, you know, go on a date or something. Why are you bringing it over here?
I'm not sure where I can find it, but there was this new news that after the Tolkien died, I don't know who owned the rights to decide of what's going to happen with the IP next.
Mm-hmm.
After he died, there was this other, I don't know, like a scholar of Tolkien, you know, who got fired immediately after that person died. So basically, all fate that what's going to happen with the Lord of the Rings, I think it was the TV series, you know, that just got fucked up completely. Suddenly Galadriel is supposed to have a brother, I don't know who is supposed to have a sister, you know, and everybody's going to be with everybody, and oh my god, it's going to be really bad.
So it's like Tolkien, West Virginia.
Yeah, like or going berserk.
Everybody's brothers and cousins, and they're all banging. Yeah, see, same thing happened to Pale Rider. Yeah, well, we did let him finish the story just because it seemed very important to him that he did. Tony says, I want to be an ally, but I eat too much fiber to be trusted. B-Rose says, crack suppresses all humanly desires. Is that right? Never been on crack. Blue Teddy Narrations, what's up? What's up? Good morning. Thank you for being here.
Hey.
Johnny Cage says, yeah, and Ditko created Spider-Man. Yeah, there's a lot of people just don't get the respect they're due or the credit for a lot of these creations.
I don't know. It's just what you said that they were trying to establish the fans. They were rubbing the fans the right way, only to turn them the other way around. I don't think that was what was going on in the very beginning.
I don't think that was what was going on in everyone's mind from the very beginning, but I think there's certain folks that kind of had this plotted out.
I'm not really sure because see, in the past, what, 20, 30 years ago, being a bi, being a homosexual, you know, that were things that were kept in secret because they were, you know, they weren't normal. They were.
Can't watch that N-word. They're very, very sensitive about that N-word. Normal. Yeah, this was 2008 when the MCU really started. So I don't know. Things were progressing pretty well at that point. And that was the beginning of the Obama administration as well, when that big wedge started to be driven, and they've never stopped pounding that sledge.
You almost freaked me out with the N-word. I was wondering where the N-word is.
Normal.
Yeah.
Normal isn't that's a bad word now.
Right.
And yeah, don't get me started on vegans.
The N-word.
Vegans are absolutely the worst. Just the worst. Horny Off says we have a whole generation of attention seekers. Amen. Amen to that. Virtue signaling props up the attention seekers. Yeah, that's precisely the problem. Attention seekers and just everybody is just selfish anymore. Like there's no humility. There's no shame is really the problem. Like we need to be ashamed about some stuff. Lizzo, I'm looking at you. Danny Murray says the new Lord of the Rings is shaping up to be a train wreck. It is. It looks like hell. Frog G's hopping off. Thanks for being here, my man. He says Operation Wrench is coming soon. Thanks, brother. Thanks for dropping those links. But yeah, we have another little problem here, by the way. Peter Dinklage is running his mouth again because apparently he didn't learn the first time, and he's not going to learn. But he calls Snow White and the Seven Dwarfs live action remake effing backwards. Would you like to know more?
Wait. Does that mean that there are gonna be like 7 bulky
Dinklages?
6 feet tall oh my god, masculine like models and one lady dwarf?
No, it's not quite what it means. Just wait. In a second, you'll be doing just this.
So there's gonna be 7 lady dwarfs and one 6 feet tall prince.
No, you're missing it. You're missing the whole thing here. He's pissed off because they got a Latina for Snow White. He's very happy about that. But what's this dwarf shit? He's pissed off about the dwarves.
Because they are not what?
Well, because they are dwarves.
Seriously?
He says, I was a little taken aback when they were very proud to cast a Latina actress as Snow White. You're still telling the story of Snow White and the 7 dwarfs. By the way, that's always been a big controversy in the gaming world. Dwarfs versus dwarves. I always preferred dwarves. It says, take a step back and look what you're doing there. It makes no sense to me. You're progressive in one way, and you're still making that fucking backwards story about 7 dwarfs living in a cave together. What the are you doing, man? Have I done nothing to advance the cause from my soapbox? You can barely get on it in the first place. I guess I'm not loud enough. You're definitely loud enough, dude.
You just kind of caught me back because I was just imagining how tall are the ceilings in Dinklage's house.
Oh, did I hurt its little feelings?
Exactly.
Yep. Yeah, so he's just pissed off at the story in general, that they're still, perpetuating. I guess dwarves don't exist, but I don't know. Why would you be pissed off, man? This is the kind of thing that opened up, opportunities and roles for people just like him.
See, I wouldn't mind if somebody took some kind of story that already existed and decided to do some kind of woke version of that story. Fine, do it. Fine, you have the right. But don't try to override a classical story that's been existing there for millennia.
I know. Look at this face. He's not happy.
I don't know. It's just like I admired this guy quite a while ago. He was, yeah.
Yeah, well, he's one that really pisses me off, right? Because we keep having these people, the few that left that we still respect and have any, any good feelings about. They keep coming out and saying dumb shit like this. Yes, Johnny, Snow White is no longer white. Brutal Morning Wood says F and backwards. So Mud Dark and 7 Mud Dark and the 7 tall guys. I guess that's what he wants. Johnny Casey's like, don't see Walton complaining.
Well,
like I said, it opens opportunities for the small folks.
Well, see, here's the thing. Like, try to imagine, right? 1 dwarf lady and 7 huge, bulky, muscular guys. What does it look like? If that doesn't look like a very nasty, ugly porn, then I don't know.
Yeah. Mud Dark and the 7 tall guys. That's seriously that's straight out of that. Well, except for this girl was Snow White, but the notorious couch pic with the blonde white chick sitting on the couch and all the black dudes standing behind her in their underwear, just smiling.
I'm sorry, I'm not familiar with that.
I guess if you reverse that, then that's Mud Dark and the 7 tall guys.
Yeah.
What's up, Matt? How you doing, my man? Thanks for being here. Blue Teddy Narration says the fact he calls it a soapbox himself. Are we sure he's not kidding? I mean, that word is kind of a negative connotation. Yeah, it is, but I don't think he's kidding. I mean, I think this kind of goes back to what Horny Alf was saying. Just he's attention seeking. He's probably trying to drum up attention for his new movie that's coming out. What the hell's it called? Cyrano, one of those. Tina Bojan corrected me on the pronunciation of that once, but I don't remember because I don't care. But yeah, he's got a new flick coming out, so yeah, it's just attention. He's just drumming up attention for it. Danny Murray says, my dad says he's stuck up compared to other celebrities. Seems to be. Yeah, he seems to be. I haven't heard much out of him until recently, but yeah, that seems to be the case, which is unfortunate because I really do like him. He's a phenomenal actor. I like him in just about everything I've seen him in, but I really don't. That's the problem. Like, I like a lot of these people on screen. They just have this tendency to, not be people I'd want to chill with in real life.
It kind of feels as if, all the good actors with the right mindset either already died or turned or been, kicked out and been replaced with this or something without brain.
Yeah, a lot of them do turn. Oh, I miss Culture Casino. What's up, man? Nope, he's pissed about the dwarves. Yeah, man. He's just a raging little fella. Tony says that's what censors do best. Take somebody else's art and cut it down to their personal liking because they're not creative enough to make their own story. Yeah, and that's what we're seeing nonstop these days. Horny Alf says, did you see what Anthony Hopkins said about actors keeping their mouths shut about politics? He said people don't want to hear what they have to say. Yeah, I think that was a bit ago, I believe, if I'm not mistaken. But yeah, I that's the one time I like to hear actors speak about politics is when they're saying don't talk about it. I think Goldie Hawn said something similar recently, and it's just it's just stupid. I don't know. Like, there's not a lot of people that really want to hear what I have to say, and if they do, they'll come chill in the chat. Make a YouTube, Dinklage, bitch on your YouTube, and.
Oh my God! No, don't encourage him to do that. Like, with his influence, being an actor, he would gather like so many simps that he could brainwash all day long.
Yeah, you're right. It'll be the Brie Larson effect. You're absolutely right.
We don't want that.
Johnny Cage says, God forbid there was a lion in this film too. Oh. Yeah, that would be great to see Dinklage in a gladiator movie.
Oh my God! Can you imagine him running?
I don't have to imagine. I've seen it in Elf. He ran on that tabletop.
Oh God!
And right there's another example. Like, he was in a movie where his height was being directly laughed about. He was okay with it then. Why then, Peter? It's because you weren't this big star with all this money. You actually, didn't give a shit then because you still had to make a name for yourself. It's the problem. Everybody makes a name for themselves and they suddenly think they're important. Nobody gives a shit. What you got to say, Peter?
And remember that quote that he had as Tyrion, like take your disadvantage and make it your advantage.
Yeah, Tyrion had so many good quotes, and apparently he learned nothing.
Yep.
He learned nothing from his own soapbox. Blue Teddy says, to be honest, I don't care if actors say what they think about politics. It's the you're a bad person if you disagree angle that so many pull that bothers me. Yeah, exactly. It's exactly that. You're right. Yeah, I don't mind. I mean, Chris Evans says a lot of dumb shit that I don't agree with, but he's not constantly out there like saying you're a piece of shit if you don't agree with him. He does on occasion, but not too often. Usually he's just putting the message out there, which, whatever. I agree with that statement. Danny Murray says he played a dwarf in the Chronicles of Narnia, too. Did he? I don't remember that. It's been a while since I've seen them. Oh, Johnny, you went there. That wasn't even intentional, believe it or not. I don't know. You know what? I just want to use this, and maybe somebody should get a hold of Peter Dinklage and just slap him with one of these.
I'll get a big fat fucking fart in your face, and I'll have you fucking huff it, and I'll put a bunch of baby powder up my asshole and fart in your face. It looks like you're vaping.
Okay, if we're there. There.
And it was interesting too. It was almost like clockwork. I saw this article, and then immediately I saw Will Gentry post this on Twitter, and I think it was just very appropriate.
Oh my God, we were playing that. Come on, that's the video. Remember? I think I still have it somewhere, and it's full. Wait. I might still have it. Because I remember I was trying to piss off Walton.
Oh, hold on, I gotta mute that quick. Yeah, so it's I don't know. That was a magical moment for me. Yeah, I'm sure we've seen that before. We've looked at a lot of little person stuff.
Yeah, but I remember I had to cut it. Wait, because there's a pervy stuff there.
Got Stephen A in the chat. What's up, man? Says I demand a trial by midget wrestling. I'd be okay with that. Michael Brandt, what's up, man? He says, did anyone see the new Spider-Man movie? I did. It was good. I just hope they they cut the multiverse crap at that point and just move on. Got 24 eyes in the house. What's up, my man? Good to see you.
Okay,
or my woman. I don't
share?
even know. Are you sharing? Well, real
I'm
quick,
sharing.
we got Chris Fisk in the house. What's up, Chris Fisk? How you doing, my man? Johnny Cage says, damn, Liam looked pissed off with that clip.
I told you.
You did call it. All right, what do you got? What do you got? Perfect.
And here is Mester of Germany, his first attempt in the javelin in the F41 category. And he's hurled that one well beyond 30 meters, nearer to 40 meters.
Imagine Dinklage's outrage if he saw these clips. So disrespectful. Oh, these are wonderful. Sambagogo says, Liam commanded us to come over here. Well, thank you, Liam. Thank you, Sambagogo.
And there it is. Oh.
Very beautiful. Got the Comic Relief Crusader. What's up? What's up? It says, new here. Hello, all. Sent by Liam Gray. Awesome. Thank you, Liam.
Sweet.
Appreciate that,
Thanks,
my man.
Liam.
And thank you all for coming. I appreciate that, too. A lot of times people say, go raid this channel. People are just like, nah, I'm going to go about my day. So I appreciate you guys making the effort to come here. That's awesome. Pat Ryder says, been reading The Mistress of Dragons as I was for Sunswarm. Pretty good by Margaret Weiss. Margaret Weiss is a good author. I'm not sure where she's at politically these days. Don't really care. I don't want to know because, she's good stuff. Patrick Tomlinson, what's up, my man? Says, I support Conquest Comics, a man who is trolled like me. Yeah, lots of trolling going on. It's unfortunate. People can't just go about their business and mind it. Death Pusher, what's up? What's up? Good to see you. Yeah, that was good stuff, Katie. Thanks for sharing. Yeah. I mean, come on. What's wrong with people? If you can't just laugh at funny, it's funny. It's funny. Pull the stick out of your ass and just have a good time. Listen.
I came across this. I remember that situation. I was laying in bed ready to sleep. I came across this. I laughed like hell, and then I scrolled through the comments. I think it was a 9gag material or it was on Facebook. I'm not really sure. But there was this lady in the comments starting about this is disrespectful, and I have this disposition, and I'm also a dwarf, and it's just disrespectful and blah blah blah, and who cares? It's funny.
Yeah, you're always gonna get the Karens in the chat. But, whatever. Everybody has their own point of view. Everyone has their own opinion. They're welcome to share it, and we're welcome to laugh at that as well. A lot of times the comments are better than the actual clips. You had a Karen experience today, didn't you?
Oh my God, yeah. I was waiting for the post office. But when did we do the giveaway? It was the New Year's Eve. So basically, I finally kicked myself to send out those traditional drawings that people want. Today, I went to the post office. They had the lunch break, right? So we were waiting there. And I was the first one because, of course, I came in as soon as they had the lunch break. So I was like standing there waiting. And there were just people just gathering around, waiting to open. And suddenly this lady came. She was maybe 10th in a row or so. You know, typical Karen, looked like blonde hair, short hair, had this like, you know, expression on her face. And
Like she just smelled a fart.
No, not really. Yeah, technically yes. But she just stepped towards the door as if she was first in a row, you know, just waiting there, stopping her food. And they suddenly opened the door, and there's this tiny machine where you need to get and grab a ticket before you actually go to the post office, and they'll deal with you according to a number. Mm-hmm. Oh my gosh, she was so fast to get to that machine. I didn't care. I didn't need that machine, so I was just watching that, you know. But there was this other lady who came to her and like, listen, you came 10th, and you're trying to be the first one. Just get back. And I was like,
did anyone ask to see the manager?
No. But she had that beautiful expression on her face the whole time.
What's up, the lovely Sherry? Thank you for being here.
Hey, Sherry.
Keely Chow's here as well. What's up, my man?
Hey, Keely Chow.
Brother. Got JV in the chat. What's up, JV? There's a lot of life's problems will be solved if you buy a Saturn vehicle. You know what? That's I don't know if you're being serious or not, but the first brand new car I ever bought was a Saturn, and I loved it. I loved it for 3 weeks until somebody hit it while it was parked and totaled it. Then I got another one just like it. And I went through a string of buying Saturns. I enjoy Saturn vehicles, but they don't exist anymore. I mean, they still exist, but the company, you know, the division of Saturn went out, which made me sad because I liked Saturns.
You know how many problems would be actually solved if you bought a tank instead of a car?
Well, we could solve a lot of problems with a tank. He says, I recommend the 1999 Saturn Ion. It'll provide a satisfactory ride and safely and so reliable. 2 out of every 3 kids survives. Wow.
We have a car salesman here. We should call Mogwai into this. Somebody
yeah, I want to see car salesman wars. Yeah, I had an Ion. That was the last Saturn I had was an Ion, but yeah.
How many kids were you left with?
I didn't have any to begin with, thankfully. Patrick says, I think that it would be wise to back Conquest Comics. It's looking to be a great book. Yeah, Wonder Island looks great. Absolutely.
Have you heard about Sunswarm, though?
But have you heard about Sunswarm?
Exactly.
Yeah, that's actually, you know what? That's a good moment to do some shilling here. I'm just going to play this quickie. Hopefully you all enjoy. This is Blood Bond Books coming at you in 2022.
Sweet Tessa.
Description below. Also, check out Wonder Island. I don't have the link for that handy. If anybody in the chat, please please throw it up there. Keely Down says there needs to be a comic book that wears Karens. I would back it if it was on Indiegogo. Well, yeah, man. And yeah, good to see you, Tree Goblin. What's up, man? Recipes for grinding. Mary Spears says so awesome. Can't wait to get the next books. Thank you, man. Yeah, it's gonna be a busy year.
Yep.
Trying to put out the content, because what's the point of shilling it if you're not going to put it out? And that's what we're all about, getting the content out there. Chris Fisk is another awesome creator. Check out Infinite Tale Chronicles if you have not yet done so already. I think that one might be in the description. I'm not sure, but if it's not, is Fisk a wrench in here? It should be. If he's not, no, he's not.
Chris actually made a very cool new max trading card, that he's offering with his book to I think he said 4 random lucky people. Just imagine you could be the owner of, one of the 4 owners. There's not going to be more.
Yeah. Well, Fisk is he does giveaways for followers on Twitter. When you follow Chris Fisk, when he hits a milestone, he will give something away. And there's 4 trading cards of something he's giving away right now.
Yep.
Cornell says, Gaze, I sent you a link for a YouTube video on Twitter. Uh-oh. It's sometimes it's I've been burned in the past bringing stuff up during live streams. The people just sent me. I'll just say that much.
Oh, yeah, like elephants and stuff.
Yeah, that was not a shining moment. Patrick says, I support Conquest Comics. Absolutely. Yeah, Liam's a good dude. And he's putting out quality stuff.
Yep.
Pale Rider says, Lena all grown up print coming soon. Pale Rider sent me a picture the other day.
He sent it to me too.
Did he send it to you? Good.
Yes. Yes. I already had a correction that no, definitely not blue eyes, but besides that, all is right, all is good. But you know what you could tell people about that special additional thing we are making for Sunsworn?
Well, yeah, here's the deal. Sunsworn 2 is coming out this year. It's going to be the March of the Dominion. It's the second novel in the series. And I put out a visual companion with the first one, but I personally was not quite satisfied with it. So I think we're going to do that again, but do it better, much better, different format. It's something I really want to do. I'm still kind of checking to see if we got time for all that, but that's definitely something that we're trying to add on to the campaign as another visual companion. But this one will be more of a journal from the eyes of a disciple of Ul, who was, they're the keepers of knowledge in the Sunsworn universe. So kind of give it a theme along with the information that you're getting, just to make it a little more fun. So yeah, that's something that we're working on, and yeah, hopefully.
What do you mean if we have time? I'm not gonna sleep till I make it.
Well, that's up to you. See, I don't like to push people too far. I don't like to push people beyond their limits.
Okay, can I show them cards?
Of course.
Okay, so
real quick, Tommy is here. What's up, Tommy? Good to see you, my man. But yeah, this is the type of format we're going to be looking at in that second visual companion.
Basically, it's going to be filled with sketches and like marker made illustrations, so it really looks like a journal.
Yep, and we're going to try to fill it with characters with different species. Try to get some planets in there this time, different equipment, starships. Just give you guys some information. More information, because I don't know. I've always really enjoyed those. Like the Star Wars complete guides. You have like complete guides to droids, to planets, to even the timeline. They have one on, and I just thought I don't know. It's just a cool addition to the universe, and there's things that you might not be completely versed in. Like, they had a huge expanded universe in Star Wars back when it was canon, but I don't care. It's still canon to me. And I didn't read all of those novels. I read a lot of them. I didn't read all of them, so there's things you would miss then those companions would kind of fill in the gaps. And I don't know. I just didn't think it's a cool touch, something cool to add. Power Rider says, what about a fan art contest so you get more art? Maybe we'll do that.
Could be. Not a bad idea.
Yeah, not a bad idea. Sphere says my book is so close to its final edit. Make sure I didn't miss anything, and then need to find a cover artist. Then it might be up for sale on Amazon. So yeah, if you're a cover artist looking for some work, hit up Sphere on Twitter. If let me grab his link real quick. Pull the dead air, Katie.
And I was just thinking about offering my services, but then I realized like how many things I already had to decline due to our stuff that we kind of came up to 2022 with a New Year's resolution that we're gonna make blood bonds thrive, bloom, make it big and awesome and beautiful, and so far, since being a head artist kind of fills my time on not only my stuff and Sunsworn stuff, but we are also preparing this illustrated book for kids. So that's going to be 3 projects I'm going to be currently involved in. So going to be busy.
Yes, at least at least 3. Tommy says I like journals, especially when I can use the contents against my enemies. You're one of those dads that read your daughter's journal, didn't you, Tommy?
Wait!
What,
You're so fast. Oh my god! Wait, I'm trying to find it. Oh my god, where is it? Where did you put it? There it is.
Ah, yes, detective.
I know.
This says I used to spend hours in Mass Effect just listening to the narration while viewing the Codex of Worlds, Aliens, and Personalities. Yeah, that stuff is cool too, man. There's Fisky the foot. Yeah, all that extra information I think really adds to universes, especially when you got like expansive universes like this. Like it really is helpful to have more of that. I'm going to be working on a more advanced galaxy map as well for this, just because we're trying to up our game on every single level, especially the content. And yeah, I can't wait to get some of this stuff out there for you guys to see. Hail the Squib Nation. Hail the Squib Nation. What's up, my man? Good to see you. Unlike Liam, I will not say down with the Squib Nation. I'm a big fan of the Squib Nation, allies with the gays community.
Yes.
Johnny says, so take care of that back of yours, woman. Yeah, she really needs to. Yeah, Derek in the chat. What's up, man? He's got an awesome project that's going to be launching next month. Correct me if I'm wrong, Derek. Might be the mailing list. It's launching next month. Yeah, just let us know in the chat, brother. Chris says, damn it, NyRiam, if your talent was a physical object, I would fly into Europe for heist.
No sudden moves. Or old lady gets it.
Yeah, definitely. There's sudden moves. Calm down there.
Okay,
Yeah, I was really only intending to go for an hour or so. Unless there's anything else you'd like to discuss or anything in the chat you guys would like to bring up to discuss. It says, yes, February 4th is launch. Awesome.
Sweet.
So keep your eye out. You're going to be seeing this man everywhere. Him and his partner in crime, Murph. Writer says, Katie, they do sell safety rails for their swings.
Oh my god. Yeah, I know.
Do they?
The old lady was even offering me that safety, the safety rail with the swing, but I just went like, no, there's no need for that. My body can take it. Should have listened to Writer.
Looked at it like we all look at those insurance plans that they try to sell you every time you get electronics. Like, nah, factory will do.
And we have the better, even for Pale Rider. Oh my god, we came all prepared. And
Absolutely.
I'm unprepared.
Yeah, it's good to see you doing your job.
Yeah, I know, towards the end of the stream, but
I was waiting for you to drop that so I could say hi to Riot Kitty. What's up, Riot? Good to see you. But yeah, that's pretty much it. Just kind of, I don't know, I wanted to do a quick stream. I'm gonna try to do more of these, probably in the mornings because that's really when I got time to do them. So. It's just, I don't know, it's fun to get together with you guys, and I've been missing that. And it's also fun to just do streams every now and then that aren't just promotion, that where we can just kind of kick back and relax, have a good time, talk to you guys in the chat, and just talk about some nonsense. Like Come on, look at this guy. Look at this guy.
Liam's in the house.
Liam's in the house. What's up, Liam? How you doing, my man? Thank you very much for sending your good people over here. Appreciate it, brother. And don't forget to back Wonder Island if you have not yet done so. It's better not to ask. I'm assuming that was about the journal. Why does your daughter watch these shows? So you just write stuff in the private chat. How am I supposed to answer that? Well, I'm trying to run a show here.
Oh, that's a yes or no question. That's easy.
Right, says, got to go to school, so I suppose it's good I arrived fashionably late. Yeah, arrive anytime you like.
Go get your studies, man.
Yeah, just glad you arrived at all. Chris Fisk says, Peter's dink leakage. Sounds like a personal problem.
Oh, my God.
That's definitely a personal problem. Problem I don't need to know about, Mr. Dinklage.
I would say Mr. Fisk because he was the one who... just made it personal.
I mean, it just made it easier to blame Dinklage for something else. Horny Elf says that video I sent was just another little person video. Okay, let me check it out.
Okay, check it out. Check it out. Don't forget to share, by the way, unless it's an elephant thing.
I'm going to share, yeah. I just got to pull it up over here. I'll probably keep it muted just in case, because you never know with YouTube. YouTube is silly. Has anyone else been having this problem? Let me play that again.
It seems to be the problem.
And I thought it was a problem, but it's not. That was it. Oh, you know what? I wasn't even sharing. See, I'm just stupid. I wasn't even sharing. This is the problem with morning streams. My brain is still fuzzy. It should be by now, but it is.
It's kind of similar to wait, what am I supposed to look at?
Just this little guy doing a backflip.
Okay, but my little bad guy who did the backflip and ended up in a pot.
Well, yeah. Yes, yours was more comedy fashion. This is just a clip of a little guy doing a backflip.
Yeah, I'll said you need to hear the sound for that. So I think we're gonna watch it in the back room.
All right, no, yeah, screw it. I'll just put it up here. We'll share the audio.
Listen, with the whole topic we already had, if this is gonna get strike, it's gonna get strike.
Yeah, I'm feeling brave today. So let's go.
Watch this front flip.
Okay. Yeah, now that makes more sense.
Watch this front flip.
All right, yeah, you're right, Alf. That definitely needed audio. Tommy says, where's the shark at for that video clip? That'd be a great one, too.
Oh,
it says, I hate when my little guy does a backflip and ends up in a pot. Yeah, it happens. Yeah, sometimes just a little sound can make all the difference. And there we have it.
All right. That was a good one.
All right.
No. See, that's a little feature of mine. I have such an extended imagination that I can replay the video in my mind even after it ended, and I can just keep laughing for 10 minutes straight even after it's done.
Oh yeah, it reminds me of what people used to do. I don't know if I can still do it. Let me try. Nope, I can't do it anymore. Now people used to flick their cheek while they're doing the fish face and make that sound. I can't do it anymore. This is shark. It'd be a guppy. Yep. If anybody's interested in doing cover art for NyRiam, check him out on Twitter. Absolutely. Yeah, but I'm kind of, I don't know, I'm not really out of steam. Like I want to keep going. I just don't have anything to talk about. Oh, well, there's that. Not sure how long of a segment we can make out of that, though.
Well, I still haven't tested my lung capacity, And that's a funny thing. I told people that I moved, right? The previous place where I used to live, I had really big problems with breathing because there was this dam, and I suppose the air was really moist or everything. But it's just like I developed asthma, over the time.
Mhm.
Asthma's gone. I moved and it's gone. It's like.
Oh. Yeah, sure, Liam. Go ahead and pop on in. I'll throw you a link.
Under one condition.
Oh.
We're gonna play him the clip.
Which clip? See, I don't know which clip you're talking about.
You know exactly which clip I'm talking about.
Oh, that clip. Okay. I mean, it's not him though.
I know, but did you see even the reaction of the chat? You played it, and the first reaction, like, "What is Liam doing here?" It wasn't only me, and I'm not gonna apologize.
But yeah, it's a ginger thing. People see ginger, they associate it with Liam. It's it's one of those things. This says, "Don't breathe in too deeply. You'd accidentally inhale Peter's Dinklage."
Oh my god.
Power Rider says Liam has to dress up like a dwarf. Clip. Is that the clip?
Wow.
Yeah. And here he is. What's up, Liam?
So this is my dwarf cosplay. Wait, no, I can do some dwarf cosplay. Hold on.
We have a better thing for you. We have a.
All right.
Oh, there it is.
Sweet.
Now
I'm
battle dwarf Liam.
Okay, you keep this on. We're gonna play a clip, and you're gonna try to imitate it. Okay?
I can't imitate it. It's lucky that you got me in a funny hat, but I'll try.
This isn't really a dwarf clip, but here we go.
I'll take a big fat fucking fart in your face, and I'll have you fucking huff it, and I'll put a bunch of baby powder up my asshole and fart in your face. It looks like you're vaping.
Wow, it's like looking into the future. So,
Except he's actually younger than you.
Yeah, that's true. That's true. I know I look like a young man, but in truth, I can't.
Oh,
Copper Cab got beat up by Gavin, and it was a slight to all gingers. He let us down. Gavin thoroughly thrashed him, and I felt like Gavin was thrashing me in that ring. And
yeah. It was a letdown.
It hasn't been.
I'm not even ginger.
Then there was that episode of South Park that they did about the gingers, and I was still reeling from that a few years in, and then Copper Cab comes and he talks this big game, and then Gavin just beats his ass, and I just thought, wow, it was like he beat my ass. So.
Aww.
Yeah, total letdown. I don't know. Yeah, I mean, I remember all that Copper Cab shit. I don't really know what he's up to these days. He's just kind of people, I think.
It's funny that you mentioned that, because the last time I went and looked, which was last year, well, I should say that we're using the wrong pronouns for Copper Cab, because if you go over to his YouTube channel right now, I'm pretty sure that you'll find the man wearing a dress trying to get anime simps via some sort of thing.
Well, that's interesting. What's up, Wookie? Good to see you, man. It says, yeah, you gotta. Maybe you should try to get Copper Cab on your channel, Liam.
I probably could get Copper Cab on the channel by invoking the ancient blood right of gingers, but how would you tell us apart? I'd need the hat. So you could tell us.
I was just about to say, where did you get the hat?
I had to slay 100 orcs for it, but it was worth it. Slay 100 orcs or send in 10 zero box lids. I can't even remember.
What's that thing on the horns? Is it like a furry handcuffs or?
Yeah, it's fur. It came that way. So it's to make it extra sexy so that I can attract a mate.
It obviously worked.
Sweet.
Yeah, that's great. Do you guys want to know the real origin of the helmet? Do you want to know the real origin? Okay, so
Well, now
Does
I'm
it
interested.
have to do something with one
you
Island?
you were worried that you had nothing to talk about, and you got access to a Liam. So, I'm down the street with the girls, and they're playing up. We're finishing up their dance, at Jessica Alba and stuff, and they're being disobedient. So I decide, since I can't really, yell at them or spank them or exert discipline in any way, that I walked into the craft store and I bought the Viking helmet. And then I wore the Viking helmet for the next 3 days while taking them to meet all of their friends and their family, while taking them to their dance class and back and forth. And so I was the helmet guy. I made them walk down the street with me while I was wearing it. And that utterly humiliated them. And that's the origin of the helmet. That's why I have it. It's my punishment hat.
Oh my god! Like if you were walking like that next to me for 3 days, I would probably hate you.
Yeah. I mean, it's that's the only way to make it work. It's
But then again,
they're at a difficult age. I'm like, hey, I'm their father. How you doing? How are you?
Yeah, but then again, like if they were creative enough, they could make a stick out of it.
Yeah, they're not. They're the popular girls They're the popular girls in the last year of primary school going into high school. Like they're the popular. My kids are the popular kids. That's like.
Oh my god! You didn't raise the geeks. Unbelievable, Liam. I'm disappointed.
I know. So am I. I'm like king of the fucking nerds, and I've got 2 preppy little like dance star studio girls that are all about popularity and their Instagram. Their social media is nearly bigger than mine.
They're gonna be mean girls.
Yeah, and they're the mean girls, and they are bitches. They are horrible, nasty little girls. Like, they're like, oh, these nerds, rah, rah, and they make fun of people for being fat. And I'm like, I'm fat, and I'm a nerd.
How you doing, Darius? Good to see you, man.
Yeah, I do my best.
Says it looks good on you, Liam.
Thank you, Death Pusher. Death Pusher, sorry. That's a lot cooler of a name than Death Pusher.
Fisk says my punishment hat says Biden 2020 on it.
Oh my god.
That would be much more embarrassing. Yeah, I wouldn't mind being in public with you in that hat. There was a period of my life where I wore a trash can on my head in public, just because I felt like I could.
Like you're some sort of urban samurai, just wandering around with it.
Yeah, that's kind of what was going on in my head, but that's just mine.
It's like something straight off a Teenage Mutant Ninja Turtles action figure. You know what I mean? Like street samurai, and he's got like. His Lemela armor is like all trash cans that are being sort of cut up, and he's got like the lid,
Right.
What sort of mutant would Street Samurai be? What sort of mutant animal would he be?
Oh boy, that's a good question. I'd almost go with a squirrel, mainly because I go through the city a lot for my job, driving around, and I often see there's a lot of urban squirrels that are just tough motherfuckers. And once I saw one eating a slice of pizza, like a full slice of pizza out of the trash can. And I'm just like, this squirrel has found a way to live better than I do. So yeah, I'd go with a squirrel, Street Samurai.
You would like to eat slice of pizza out of trash can?
Yeah. I mean, it looked.
And now we've got this conflict, this inbuilt narrative that we can work from, right? Because you've got the turtles who love pizza, and then you've got this squirrel that loves pizza, right? And one's a ninja and one's a samurai, and those guys are ancient enemies. So conflict. You've got the built-in conflict.
We should build a story up on that.
Do you think one squirrel could take 4 turtles? One squirrel samurai?
Well, how badass would that squirrel samurai? It's not could he? It's like how badass would he need to be able to? That's the question.
Oh my god! It reminded me of that question that I asked on the gallery once. Remember that one? Like, how many chicken do you need to kill an elephant?
Well, the answer here is just one squirrel. The squirrel has got to be on top, but it can't be a Gary Stew squirrel though.
But those things can be vicious.
He's got to have his vulnerabilities. They can.
Yeah.
But they can also be very kind.
Yeah. Maybe he's vulnerable because he's got a sense of honor, you know.
Yeah.
You know, he's a samurai. He's got to follow Bushido. Then you do him dark. You know, people would instantly think raccoon like Wookiee Supremacy did, but no, you go squirrel. And you give him like those nice dark splinter eyes that he's gets. You know, it's just the white silhouettes and just the overshadow, the big trash can hat, and he's got the agility. He can climb. He can move around real fast. Give him some sort of, you know, kick-ass super katana. Cut through Leo's
absolutely.
thoughts.
We could take this urban squirrel that's been raised completely wrong, right? And just he finds a forest squirrel that turns his life around and it introduces him to Bushido.
Yeah. How'd he get mutated? He was just hanging out in a trash can. TSR was not TSR.
It was that slice of pizza.
TGI, yeah.
You know,
It always comes back. It always comes back to the pizza, you know.
Yeah, you never know what ended up on that slice.
This conversation kind of slightly reminds me of Usagi Yojimbo.
Yeah, a bit.
Yeah.
A bit. I liked him.
It was actually the very first manga I came across.
Really?
Yeah. And not even for the entertainment purposes, but I was trying to get into calligraphy, and that was actually the very first comic my teacher at college handed to me, you know, to check it out.
That's interesting.
Yeah.
Trash Panda Street Samurai could work, but yeah, no, it's funny you mentioned Usagi Yojimbo. I'm surprised no one's been screaming at me for ripping that off. But I have a hair swordsman in Sordo, Son of Sordo. Very different character, but you know, magical sword hunting hair man over in Wonder Island. You can if you join the Patreon, yeah, you know, we don't talk about stripper Liam.
Hell Rider talks about stripper everything. It's just,
unless you guys want to come over and join my OnlyFans, but that's just for super special people.
So don't tell anybody.
Yeah, it's just shh.
Wookiee Supremacy says urban squirrels in Central Park eat crackhead squirrel. Yeah,
we could go the juicer route where like maybe, you know, he's hyped up a bit on like, you know, no, I guess you can't. That's gone a bit too dark even for TMNT. Can't have a guy like, you know, speeding off his brains. That's why he can take out the 4 turtles, you know. Especially not if he's Bushido Samurai street, you know, squirrel, you know.
Yeah, that's kind of counterintuitive.
Yeah.
Well, we could have a crackhead squirrel as the villain.
Yeah, that's the reason that they run into. He's got a crackhead squirrel brother, you know, and that's the reason that they end up getting into conflict with him because they think that he's his brother, you know. And he's, Atomic Opossum says Brightest Day. Yeah, I like that one. That's a good one. As well.
Yeah, that sounds a little too challenging for the turtles, though.
Who knows? They could. Donnie could probably whip something up to deal with him. You know?
Yeah, good point.
Don't underestimate the smart turtle, you know.
Yeah, he's got a purpose to serve. Hey, what's up, Marinus? How you doing, my man?
Wait. I'm there.
Just so you know, Marinus, Katie has control.
There it is.
Brightest Day says a lot of lead pipes.
Lead pipes is cool. Yeah, I like I like that. That's cool. Lead pipes. Like, I love Teenage Mutant Ninja Turtles. And guys, Teenage Mutant Ninja Turtles wasn't just a cultural phenomenon. It came up through the indies as a joke, busted through, smashed everything. It is the model, as far as I'm concerned, for everything we should be doing. It is something that came up, was this rocket idea, had a bunch of passionate people behind it, and it exploded into the mainstream and just bitch slapped everything down and changed the face of the zeitgeist forever. You know, like
their story alone should tell you. You know, we've got what it takes. It can happen to anybody.
It can be done. You know, it can be done.
You just gotta have passion for what you're doing.
It was so different that people like that instantly. And another thing, people have this thing for ninja and martial arts, you know, connected things.
Yeah. Well, as a kid, it was foreign, you know, like back when I was a little baby Liam, a little gingerlet. Oriental movies like martial arts flicks and stuff were hard to come by. You know, they were late night movies. You get here or there. You'd find occasionally in a dollar bin. So ninjas were really chic and really cool. They were these dark, forbidden warriors, you know. And then you got mutants, and that was also forbidden. And you know, because of anyway, it was just great seeing all this stuff come up, and it really just grabbed everyone and pulled them in, and just wasn't afraid to be bold.
Yeah, it was an excellent combination.
Mm-hmm.
It's not. I mean, and honestly, like it's not something I would necessarily think that would grab my imagination, but it did. You know, just right out of the gate.
I remember hearing about the title, and the title was so long, right? And like as a little kid, you're like Teenage Mutant Ninja Turtles. Like, what's up with that? And I hadn't seen it. Just other kids talking about it. Sorry, NyRiam, you're saying?
I just remember it shaped my own childhood, you know, while other kids were into princesses and cooking accessories and things like that, I was always into, you know, Ninja Turtles. I was playing with a little toy that I had, the plastic figure. And I even remember going for Raphael at the carnival, or basically a mask party we had back in kindergarten, so... Yeah, nice memories.
Well, the odd ones out as children are usually the ones that come up with the imagination and the what it takes to change the world. So that's going to be
well. I mean, it's all about seeing the world differently. Everything's about seeing the world differently, but in a way that we can connect to others. You know, that's part of being an author. Seeing the world a little bit different and making it a little bit better. That's my motto.
Yep.
So, what was your first toy, NyRiam?
Well, I kind of remember 3 toys I had, and the funny thing, like 2 of them I still have because I kept them. And I got a blackmailing call from my dad 2 days ago about throwing one of them out, and I was like, "Don't you dare!" So the first one was a doll. You know, he was called Philip, and I still had him. I have him somewhere. Oh my god, I don't even know where. But the second one, it was like huge plushy monkey called Richard.
Mm-hmm.
And that's the toy that my dad wants to throw away because it's like very, very big, you know, and when you walk around the house at night and you suddenly come across it, and it freaks you out, right? And the
Richard
third one,
and Philip.
Yep, Richard and Philip. And then there was the Ninja Turtle like Raphael figure.
Raph.
That I had, yeah, Raph. But
Okay.
I lost him during kindergarten time. And I remember I cried a lot, and I spent such a long time trying to find him, and I never could.
Someone took him.
Well, no, I lost
likely.
him. Might be, but
Yeah,
I remember I
yeah.
lost him.
Yeah.
Hey, peace out
What
there.
about
Enjoy
you?
your lunch, buddy.
What about you, Red? What was your first? What was your first toy?
First toy. That's a tough one, man.
It is. Yeah.
I have a lot of trouble remembering my first toy. I remember.
Dig back through the abusive past to the good memory. You can get
There were a lot of toys. It's just the first one. I don't know. I hear a lot of people talk about like memories from like being a year or 2 old. I'm like, what the hell? Like I can remember like maybe 4 or 5 on like before that. Like my parents took me to Disney World when I was a year old. We never went again. Both my brothers were older than me. They remember it. They had a lovely time. I don't remember shit. I've been to Disney World once in my life, and I can't remember a thing about it other than what I saw on the family home movies. You know, that kind of hurts.
Aww.
That's my first terrible memory. But toys, man, there's no way I'm going to remember my first toy. But I really was into those Constructs. You remember Constructs? It was like an erector set type of thing. There were these gray plastic pieces that you would link together with these little tiny blue pieces and just build. Okay, I don't know.
And like yellow and yellow rings, like blue bolts with yellow rings, and they were gray, or is that right?
No, I don't remember. I don't remember any yellow, but they had like blue plastic plates that you could like. So you'd basically build a frame, and then you could lay these plates in and build like buildings and vehicles. And All kinds of cool stuff.
So
I really love those.
you started out an architect as a small child with your building your dreams.
Kind of, sort of, yeah. But I always sucked at drafting, so I don't know. Tree Goblin says Fisher Price for life. Yeah, there's plenty of Fisher Price. I remember we got Hesh trucks every year for Christmas.
Did you guys have that little? Did you guys have that little phone where it was like with the face on it, like the clown face phone?
Yeah,
I don't think I ever saw those.
I never had one of those. I know people who did, but we never had one of those.
They still sell them today, even though they're a rotary phone, right?
Yeah.
They still sell them today. If you guys don't know what I'm talking about, I'll just share it real quick so you guys know. I was thinking about buying one for my own daughter. You know, here they are. It's like they haven't changed this since we were kids, you know?
Okay, Johnny, you got a point. It's not a terrible memory. It just pisses me off that I can't remember. You're right.
Yeah. So did anyone else in the chat have one of these?
Yeah, I remember those. Everyone had those, but we didn't have one of those.
Yeah.
I'm kind of glad we didn't, because they're a little weird.
Yeah, look at that. Look at that. Look at those eyes.
Oh my god, I had that one.
Imagine that it's sitting on the side of your bed at night. You wake up in the dark, and you can just see this sort of the beginning of this white face peeking through the darkness. Those sort of eyeballs sitting in the hollow socket, staring down at you as you sleep. You know, I'm sure that would be. Yeah, exactly.
It almost sounds to me like they were trying to create something child friendly at all costs, but they failed miserably.
Yeah. But hey, it stays with me, and they sell to this day, in spite of the fact that rotary phones no longer exist. So that's an interesting little anachronism.
Tommy says still have his sled vehicle too. I'm not sure if it works. What did Marina said? Collective, that one. Oh, yeah. This goes way back in the conversation. Oh, Big Jim.
Big Jim.
Your
Wow.
first toy would be Big Jim, wouldn't it, Marinus?
Dude, that's showing your age, Darkside, man.
Yeah,
that's showing your age.
Yeah, by the way, Marinus, I sent that picture, that traditional piece to if it left today. So expect it in about a week, maybe 2.
Awesome.
Cool beans.
Yep.
Yeah, everybody talks about Stretch Armstrong too. I never had one of those either.
Yeah, I never really. It sort of came into Australia in the mid-90s, and everyone was just breaking them. So I was like, what's the point of these things? It's like,
well, the point is to test, to test what they advertise, how much they can do.
Mm-hmm. I had the one with the laboratory set. $6 Million Man was so cool as a young boy. Cool.
Yeah. My favorite toys of all time were probably G.I. Joes. I just like the fact that you could pose them in any way. I actually used to use them as professional wrestlers.
What was your first Joe? Oh
boy, here's another tough question.
Yeah. Well, okay. Let me make it easier for you. Who was your favorite Joe? Who was your favorite Joe toy?
My favorite Joe toy was actually the what were they called? Desert Scorpion, I think is what they were called. They were like soldiers. It was like the yellow and brown in the desert getup. I just thought that was a really cool design. I really like Road Pig too.
Oh yeah, this is pretty cool looking.
Can you share how it looks?
Yeah, I'm about to. I'm just I went to have a look to see if we get to Desert Scorpion, eh? You guys were worried that you had nothing to talk about.
Yeah, that's the one.
So this is a new art for some sort of card game, but this would have been the box art. I can see why you thought it was cool. Like he's got the cool little almost like bike mask. It's very 80s.
Okay, and then have those.
Yeah.
My child.
Yeah, that was a sweet toy.
It's got little grenades here.
I just really dug the design. Like it was something out of the ordinary for that time.
He's got this cool little cloth thing. I don't think I've ever actually seen him as a Joe. I don't know. I don't think I've ever seen him. He's got this cool little cloth thing on the back of his head. That's rad. Some of the ninjas had those, but I never saw it. Oh, here we go.
I should call my parents and refund my childhood.
This one brings me back though. This is air gun best toy ever. I remember the Enertech like automatic water guns. Those things were the bomb, man. Love those things.
Were those the were those the realistic guns that looked sort of like, well, that were water pistols?
Yeah, totally realistic.
Yeah, and they were banned in Australia. Lethal Lightning's here in the chat. He says hi, NyRiam.
They were banned
but
here
he'll
eventually,
remember because he's got to be about my
Lethal.
age. Yeah, he's got to be about my age. I'm guessing he might be a little bit younger.
I think Lethal's a good bit younger than you. He's still he's a young buck. He's still in his 20s, man.
Oh, he's a little. Oh,
Yeah.
man.
But thank you very
I'm
much
an
for
old
that,
man.
Lethal. And thank you
I'm
for
an
just saying hi to NyRiam.
Yeah.
Oh my god.
But yeah, they banned them here in Australia when I was like, I think like 7 or 6 or 7, and they were just gone.
It's because of that kid. He has terrible trigger discipline.
Mm-hmm.
Look, he didn't fire it. He was just threatening the bad guy, and then when the bad guy ran away, he fired it, and there were some bubbles coming out.
Johnny Cage wants to know who was the champion of your toy wrestling federation.
Yeah.
Most of the time it was Road Pig, just because he was the most buff Joe action figure I had, and it just made sense. He had the shoulder pads that you could put on over his head. He was just the most badass character in the bunch. His face was a little goofy. He kind of had a baby face, but other than that, like he struck me as a champion.
The air gun is the best toy ever, says Tree Goblin. That's I can see him up there sniping through the bushes, taking people out.
Yep. And we had
gung ho. Yep.
We had a
sorry, no.
Oh shit, I lost the word. Red Rider BB gun. That was another sweet one. Yeah, parents actually trusted kids with dangerous shit back in the day. None of us died.
Yeah. It's not about the fact that they trusted. It was about the fact like the parents knew that once you hurt yourself or do something bad, you actually take a lesson out of that.
Back in my day, our Transformers and Voltrons were made out of steel. You used to be able to beat other children to death with them, but then they changed it. So then we started playing with lawn darts, and we'd throw them all the way up into the sky. And then some idiots ended up getting impaled through the head and the eyes and going blind and stuff. So they took away our lawn darts. And kids today, now they're coddled. Lethal Lightning, he's a young buck. I don't know what he grew up with. He probably grew up with like little plastic toys, little fragile, little unimaginative, uninspired things. I bet he was never even maimed or crippled during his whole childhood. What sort of life is
Probably
that?
not. If you've never experienced pain until you've experienced running into an older, rusted Tonka truck.
Oh, God.
That was just awful. My neighbors lived on a farm, and I was over there all the time. I pretty much grew up on that farm. And yeah, they had all these old, rusted out Tonka trucks all over the place. And we play capture the flag a lot, and we just run around because we're kids, just run around all over the place. And a lot of the scars I still have on my legs came from those Tonka trucks.
Oh God.
My sketchbook 360. You're saying you've never had anyone that has memories of when they're on a tour? This son of a bitch does. Not very good ones, but I've got a couple. My very first memory was when I was about 2.5 years old, and I remember standing on the deck. I can go to the place where it is today and look at the exact place where it was, and I was looking at Aesop's Fables that my grandfather had given me. He brought over from Ireland, and they gave me Aesop's Fables. I remember looking at the book and going through it. I was about 2.5 years old. I wasn't even 3 yet. So it does happen. I don't have a lot of them. But just little things like that stay with me. So
yeah, I've heard a few people have told me they have memories from that time in their life, and I can't even fathom it because life didn't begin for me in my mind until like 4 or 5.
Lethal Lightning, yeah, I'm sorry, I didn't realize that you were from Western Australia. I'm sorry.
Taste.
How far are the time zones apart over in Australia?
Well, dude, it's like we might as well be two different countries. When I was living over in the States, like I would drive through like 2 or 3 towns, and that's the distance to get to another town. You know what I mean? So it's like we're really far apart compared to you guys. Like it's wild.
What's up,
Whiskey Man?
Hey, how's it going? I heard lawn darts, and I was like, oh yeah, the jock.
Yeah.
Yeah. And I saw you, and first thing I thought about was the heist.
Yeah, the heist. Well, I honestly don't know how I survived my childhood because I'm like instead of having water guns, we just took bullets and then took a hammer or a brick and banged them on the street.
Mr. Fisk, Chris, are you ready? I'm about to tell you something, and everything in your life has been leading to this moment.
Oh my God.
Chris, you didn't survive your childhood.
Oh, thank God. I knew this had to be hell.
Yes.
What a terrible thing to say.
I knew this had to be hell. There's no way this how the real world works.
Good times. No, so yeah, all right. I've drilled these other two. I've come in. I've taken over the show. I am the fire. Tell me, Chris. What was your first toy? What was your first toy, or your favorite toy as a kid?
My favorite toy as a kid. Well, I had archery sets as a kid. And I'd do that. Just there it is. That was probably my favorite toy, other than like the video game consoles. But my first one, the one that I can remember the most, from vividly or whatever, was the Masters of the Universe figures. And I've already told that horrifying story of, but you didn't play with them, so I had to give them away.
Oh yeah, that's a nightmare. How many people in the chat have heard that story though? Because that's like the stuff of nightmares. That story.
Well, I almost heard it. I managed to save Richard. He's still waiting for me to come and fetch him and bring him home. Poor Richard.
Yeah, Blue Teddy. My parents didn't care. Like my dad was all about guns, so he really, I think he was training me because he wanted me to be a hunter because he was a big hunter. He got me a shotgun for my 13th birthday, and he just he was devastated when I
that's
when
a
I
criminal
didn't
origin
want
story.
to hunt.
Oh man!
No, I never used it, man. I shot it, with targets and stuff, but I never actually did go hunting. And I think I don't know. We didn't have the best relationship.
He's hunting people.
I mean, today it might be different.
Yeah. He wanted you to shoot him like he had shot his father before.
You have to take the crown.
You know what? He should have, but I'll just leave it at that.
Oh man. Yeah.
Brutal Morningwood says, "Hell yeah! I remember playing fun games like dodge the lawn dart and hide inside this box while I shoot arrows."
Yeah.
Yeah, that was back before kids were total pussies.
No, I used to. We had an apple tree, or like a crap apple tree, in our yard. It was like partially dividing the neighbor's property, and there's this kid, one of my friends. He was like 2 or 3 years younger than me. This little scrawny kid or whatever, and he discovered that you could pierce one of the apples that had fallen from the tree onto the arrow, and then like at ladle the apple, like at like Mach 20, like you could just like whip it, and the apple would go flying, and it would like hit a tree or something and explode. So
yeah, we did that too. Did you uproot corn stalks and beat each other with the dirt?
Yes.
Oh my God.
Well, I ended up hitting him. I was trying to flick it, and I ended up hitting him, and it exploded. And he's like, ah! And he gets up and he starts crying. And I'm like, are you okay? I was like 30 feet away. He's like, yeah, I think I'm okay. And I did it to him again accidentally.
Accidentally, he said. How do you flick an apple off a stick accidentally, Fisk?
I wish I could go back to those days. You know what I mean? Like when we were like 13, 14 years old, we were in scouts and stuff. And so we had access to a bunch of canoes and kayaks and stuff like that. And we've got this sacred island called Elizabeth Island out off the shore of our of the coast where no one's meant to go. It's like forbidden. It's where pregnant women are meant to go to give birth, and like shamans are meant to go for the local Aboriginal tribes. No one else is meant to go there, right? So it's completely abandoned, and it's overgrown as hell, and it's full of stinging nettle trees. And just Google what those are. It's nightmare fuel, right? But so what we would do is we would go over there when we're like 13 or 14. We would come at two opposite ends of the island. We'd divide ourselves into groups, into cells, where it would be about 6 to 7 each. We'd come in and we would hunt each other like fucking animals on this island. And that's that's how we would spend it, and that's how we'd spend our days until it was like nighttime. And if you got caught, like the other kids would grab you and beat you with sticks and tie you to a tree, and then your other friends had to like lure them away, and they would come and untie you and rescue you. And it's like whoever had the most prisoners at the end of the day won.
I read it's called the Lord of the
Flies with murder.
No, that was. That's how you can ask Uncommon Sense and everyone that was in my scout troop. Yeah, that's how we played games as kids. It was great. I wish I could go back to those days. You know, you could never get away with that as being adults.
Oh yeah.
I just decided to go with pictures instead of translation because apparently it doesn't know how to translate this, but these are common trees over here, right?
Like
these,
juniper?
Yeah, maybe. I don't know. But the point is, we when we were kids, we were making these guns. Like when you have the roll of toilet paper, what you end up with, and on one side of it, you just put a balloon, right? You just put it there, and then you take one of these bubbles and just like, boom. It hurts like hell, you know. And just imagine like you're doing this, and suddenly somebody runs out of these and just grabs a stone.
Oh yeah.
Yeah.
People have been making makeshift weapons since the dawn of time. That just tells you everything you need to know about the
Did you guys ever have wasps as a kid? Like the paper wasps or
Dude, I come from Australia.
Well, in high school, the shop class, they thought it would be fun to make wasps as part of their craft. So they took pieces of steel and bent it into like they would flick them off of rubber band, like lobster claw rubber bands. And I just remember we had this one friend, this big ginger kid, TR1 the Destroyer, that was his name, legally changed. And he thought, he's like, hey, watch this, check this out. And he like flicked it. And he hit this kid in class. And I can't remember if it was math. It was like geometry or something. And we just hear this blood curdling scream. And the kid stood up. Hit this like piece of.
Oh God.
Damn, that's harsh.
I loved being savage like that. Oh my God.
Yeah. It was like that was the scene of a crime.
Yes, Liam shotguns is quite common.
There's like a piece of steel sticking to the back of this fat kid's neck. He's like, ah! Like could you imagine being the teacher? You're in the front of the class. You're up at the board. You're talking about, okay, this is the theorem for about. He just stands up. Like, take your seat. Calm. Like the teacher was more angry at the kid screaming than he was at the two scared kids in the back of the room.
He's got this little font of blood just squirting out the back of his neck as he flails around in agony.
Yeah. I think at one point he actually fell too, which made it funnier. He stood up. He's and he just tripped over the desk.
Joking aside, the kid was. I'm ruining the laugh. I know, but was the kid all right? Like, there's no. Is any? No.
I don't know. I don't know. We booked it. Like, it was right toward the end. It's like, oh shit, and then because we had this horrible enclosed class where we had this girl with I don't know if she had IBS or something, but she would poop herself. And it would smell so bad that the kid in front of me would be like, is that you? Did you shit? I'm like, no, that I would take credit if that was me. That's a good one. And another friend's like, damn man, that's like a diarrhea fart. And then you just see this girl it
was actually diarrhea.
Yeah. And it was so there was it was a very common thing for people to book it out of the class really quickly. So I think we got away with it. Yeah,
I think that we're gonna go a little bit into the R-rated territory, but I'll keep it as PG as I can. But I think that the most shocking story that I recall from my high school was a young lady who would have been about 15, 16 years old at the time, went into the science class and decided that she was going to do her own little science experiment with some test tubes, right?
Oh, did it break?
And it broke.
Oh!
What kind of science experiments are we talking about?
And and the ambulance came in,
Oh.
and everyone was gathered out watch because this was like, and yeah, she never came back to school, so I never know what happened to her. I don't know if she died or
Wow.
if
There's
the
a reason
humiliation was just too high for her to. And I can only imagine.
Out of glass.
Yeah, like don't put glass inside yourself, ladies and gentlemen. It's
Oh my god.
yeah.
Sorry.
Don't do it.
Even
Even
an
if you
unmarried
don't.
human female struggling to succeed in a human male's world.
Maybe that's just her excuse for being incompetent.
Silence!
Oh my
Yeah.
god. Oh,
Yeah, and that's the
oh.
biggest horror. That is the biggest horror story that happened. We had a bunch of crazy stuff happen, but that's like top of the pile of just shock and,
Fine,
and
it's just
horror.
blonde.
Yeah.
Yeah, like
There's
like,
all
what was
kinds
that?
of objects you could use for that. Why choose glass?
Graduated cylinder.
She was putting on a show for like a few other students, and
Oh,
That's quite the show.
Right.
imagine being one of the guys standing there, and then just blood. Like, yeah, no, like you heard the scream. You heard the scream from nearly the other side of the school, like two, sort of fields over. It was like. And everyone came because like, what the fuck? It sounded like an animal being shot. You know? Like
Everyone but her.
jeez, dude.
She
Yeah,
told
no,
me to come, but I was already there.
Will you mind if I don't enjoy this talk?
Yeah. Oh, so speaking of hockey, how about them Red Wings? I mean...
Oh.
Oh shit.
Looks like somebody's on the rag, huh, man?
It's not a rag. It's not a rag. It's actually, I can almost feel it. You know,
Oh.
it just hurts.
Yeah,
Oh.
well, Death Pusher's kind of right here. Yeah, every school had that girl with the hot dog story. This is kind of above and beyond the hot dog story. We had a girl that went in the music room a lot, but yeah,
Rusty trombone or
You know that situation, like if I told you, like, can you imagine when somebody would kick you in the nuts? You can, right?
oh yeah,
prefer not.
I've had
to,
it happen.
I know, it's just a similar situation. I just can feel her pain.
yeah.
Ooh.
Well, it's like, did you remember how that was a Private Parts book where they were talking about the top 10 things removed from a gay man's rectum
Oh my
at the
God.
ER, and it was like one of them was like a 2-liter bottle of Diet Coke filled with ice water, and the cap was removed, and it caused a vacuum suction.
Oh God.
That's abuse and science all rolled together in one nice little educational package.
Right?
Gee,
Yeah,
Mr. Wizard! Ah!
I didn't need that article. My brother worked in the ER.
Oh,
And he was a custodian in the ER, so he got to hear and see and clean up everything.
Oh God.
the declawed D-tooth shaved gerbil gradually introduced through a toilet paper tube.
No, I know I've told this story before, but my favorite was always the what the hell is it called? The thing, the pool thing where you use it to scoop the like the leaves out of the pool and whatnot.
Oh, the skimmer?
The skimmer, yeah. Somebody had a full length, mind you. You know how long these things are. Skimmer stuck inside of them, and it was an accident from jumping in the pool. They say.
Oh, Vlad the Impaler! Like,
Oh my.
oh,
I don't believe any of those were an accident.
I've started us down a dark path. I'm sorry.
Why, Liam?
It started out with good childhood memories. Now it's
Remember
people
that
having
video?
guns
These are
inside of
good
them.
childhood.
Remember that video of that girl that impaled herself and tore her second asshole with that shoe rack?
Oh, shoot, rack. I don't remember that.
Oh my
I
God.
must have
Should I
blocked it out of my
find it
memory.
again?
Probably
Oh my
not, man.
god! You remember the girl on OnlyFans? No, on Chatterbait that shot herself in the cooch?
I do remember that, and that's still funny.
Could you imagine being in being the viewer and you're like, do I call 911?
Okay, I know you can share things on your own now, but don't until
Yeah.
I do this.
Look at that, that's a guilty face.
Yeah. Okay.
No graphic, disgusting, weird pictures, please.
The Green Inferno. Oh, yeah.
We
when
already
you said that-
shared it. Come on, just don't freak out.
Oh God. Just don't freak out. That's usually like the precursor to something incredibly horrifying, or at least
That's
the
what
one
you
you
should freak out over.
Find
Yeah.
it.
Oh man.
Which
Just
her name
relax,
is,
let it happen. Oh.
Yeah, I mean, I have a lot of trouble feeling pity. I mean, like somebody in the situation that Liam told with that story. That's like, that's a young girl. Okay, she's still really stupid. All right, I can feel some sympathy there, but no, if you're putting a gun at places they shouldn't go, no sympathy whatsoever.
Well, because you're in Australia, did it happen like in the Northern Territory? Did it happen in like the city of Darwin? It would have been really ironic.
All right, sharing the screen. This.
Oh, that right. Okay. Yeah,
oh no. Oh! Whoa! That's a whole 8 inches in there.
Oh,
Right?
Now which hole?
A second one, actually. A second asshole.
Probably much worse.
Yeah.
Oh God. That would have been funnier if when she stood up, it came with her.
Oh yeah. That would be kind of extreme.
Either that or when it was white and then it became brown.
There's nothing not extreme about that.
Oh.
Johnny Cage says she went down for a while before she finally got up.
Yeah. Take your time. Take your time. Oh God. Or you heard like the sound of like when you lose a shoe in the mud. Yeah, sorry. I've had a fun early eventful work day. I need to blow off some steam.
Very imaginative, Mr. Fisk. Very imaginative.
Quite so.
Oh man.
Yeah, Fisk has an imagination like no other.
Oh God. If only they knew the horrors that lurked behind these eyes.
See what you did, Katie. Katie, this is your fault. Blue Teddy says I'm not sure I'm old enough for this stream.
I need an adult.
And she's 28. See what you did. But,
What
yeah.
And
about-
just imagine it. Like it is all Liam's fault. He triggered. He got it up to this point.
It's always my fault. Everything's me.
What is it his fault, or does he just
See
get
what you did,
credit?
Liam. Now I'm going to make a whole series of videos about you now. You son of a bitch.
Yeah. Prepare to be all over the YouTubes, guys, because that's where this is going.
But it's really not his fault, though, because...
He's retarded.
you can't help it.
We got a next day delivery from Australia. What is it?
So, guys, talking about adult animation, this has been my talking point. I'm going to do a stream on it probably in the next couple of days. But Mike Judge is bringing back Beavis and Butthead, and there's a new King of the Hill series in works. He's starting his animation studio, and he is basically mentoring up-and-coming animators.
Oh, I've heard about Beavis and Butthead. I haven't heard about the King of the Hill
Yeah,
yet.
King of the Hill is in work. It's got the same creative staff on it that the first one was. I'm not sure what's going to happen, but the only public statement there's been a couple, but the main public statement that was worth noting so far is they said because of the Trump administration, the King of the Hill has never been so relevant, so they're bringing it back. So I don't know why the Trump administration's long gone, but I don't know what sort of changes happen in Texas that they might want to sort of cover and talk about on the show. But there was a big
administration is never going to be gone in certain people's heads.
Well,
that's the problem.
It'll be interesting to see. Yeah, it'll be interesting to see what the show's all about. It's going to be a sequel set with the same characters aged up to today as if the same time had passed. So
no, Luann.
Oh wow. Kind of anxious to see Bobby now.
Yeah, it'll be interesting to
What
see
he's up
Bobby,
to.
and I'm wondering if Luann's going to be full on trailer trash, and if Lucky's going to be wheelchair bound, from slipping and pee one too many times.
Well, they're both gone though. Like Tom Petty and what's her name? I can't remember the actress's name.
Yeah, they
Brittany
passed
Murphy.
away. Yeah, they passed away. So I don't know if they'll be replacing them with new voice actors or they'll just cut the characters out altogether. But like, you can't not have Luann. You know what I mean? Like,
yeah, she was definitely a staple character.
Yeah.
It was funny seeing the voice actor for Bobby though. That one took me by surprise.
What's he look like? I don't think I've ever seen him.
It's a girl. It's if you've ever seen Lucky Louie, she's got like black hair and I was like that. Well, that's Bobby. What the hell?
I've got one for you. Do you guys know The Adventures of Pete and Pete? Did you ever see that on Nickelodeon?
Oh yeah.
Now, what if I told you I could go over there and get it for you? Where is it? I've got it over there somewhere. There they are. Give me just a minute. Just 1 second.
Has he got a petunia tattoo? He's gonna make dance for us.
Possible.
Yeah. Oh no.
Fisk, I'm pretty sure I downloaded this one just for you, Fisk. So here you go.
All right, that's enough, kids. Let's quiet down and try to be mature, okay? Okay, let's stop the tomfoolery.
Oh no.
So this is one of Nickelodeon's live action shows, probably one of their better written shows, right? This is just they've never released the third season on DVD, which is blasphemy because I've got the first two. But very well written show, lots of fun. Just it's got a whole bunch of rock stars as cameos in it. But in it, they've got Artie, the strongest man in the world, and I'm sure someone in the chat knows this. Used to be on a whole bunch of Nickelodeon bumpers. You know, guy just wearing red and blue pajamas. Anyway, that guy, if we have a look at him, I'll just bring him up real quick. Artie, the strongest man in the world. You know, like the that guy was the voice of Cotton Hill.
Really?
Did you know that? Yeah, that's Cotton Hill. Toby Huss. You know. Yeah.
Wow.
This guy. This exceptional looking son of a bitch. This guy was Cotton Hill, the man that was killing the Japanese, had his shins blown off. You know.
Oh my god.
Killed the man that killed 50 men. Just remember that every time Cotton Hill opens his mouth, this man killed 50 men.
I can actually see that.
He killed 50 men.
Probably not in the same manner, but I can see it.
Oh god. He's like he's killing something right there. It's probably his colon.
Yeah.
Fisk, no prolapsed anus this stream, please.
Oh.
Yeah. Hashtag gains. Hashtag life goals. You know.
Wow. You know, if I didn't live to an adult to realize that people like this became serial killers, that would have been somebody I beat up in school. Like that's the guy that has like jars in his basement of all of his urine.
Yeah, so you'd be making a call list like Billy Madison.
Yeah, I'm glad I called that guy. Thanks for the candy.
But yeah, guys, I'm gonna have to wrap it up though because I'm gonna need to get back to work here shortly.
Yeah, me too, man. I was meant to get to work and now it's 4:18 in the morning, so I'm gonna.
Oh no.
I'm going to go up and have sexual intercourse with my wife, and then I'm going to go to sleep.
I think I'm gonna go.
NyRiam looked up at the wrong time.
No, seriously, I had a call. I had a phone call from my dad, and I knew I just had to pick it up because I was just worried they might start threatening me about Richard again.
Mm-hmm. You gotta work. You gotta take care. You gotta take care. Yeah, you beat me to the joke.
I'm sorry.
It happens. All right. When Pale Rider says TMI, you know you've done something.
Oh no!
I didn't get a little bit of a laugh. Not even just a little bit of a laugh.
But yeah, look, thanks guys for popping in.
Thanks for having me, man. I saw you. I was doing a stream about gatekeeping. This guy did this awesome stream, and I was like, oh wow, like so spot on. I wish I had seen this before I started my comic book career in the indies, you know, like so I watched that through and that was really interesting. And then when I went to end the stream, I saw you guys were going, so I was like, hey, let's send everyone over. And then I thought, hey, I'm gonna force my way in and
Yeah,
did you leave the stream up, Liam?
Yeah, I'm gonna
Because you
blow
piss
it
me
up.
off sometimes. Sometimes I go back to watch streams you've done, they're gone.
Yeah. I'll leave this one up for a bit. I'll leave this one up for a bit. I'll leave most of them up. It's just certain ones is just like, I don't know.
Yeah, that's okay.
I say stuff that gets myself in trouble, like just a few minutes ago, and it's meant to be funny, and then people have no sense of
Flip
humor.
it.
Yeah.
Well, you will definitely find sense of humor here.
Yeah, that's good. And hey, thanks to everyone in the chat. If you're a fan of adventure and action and fantasy, if you like this son of a bitch's book, then buy my book. It's like his book, but without as much mature content.
Oh.
Yeah.
Wait, me mature? Oh no.
Yeah, oh no. No, but in all seriousness, yeah, Wonder Island. It's over on Indiegogo. It's we're still looking for backers. We've got 8 pieces of original art that Yuka's going to be sending off that's still up. So we're really hoping to move them before we close the campaign. We're looking to have the final line art finished up within the next month and a half at this point. So we're really powering forward. We're working hard every day. And I want to thank Red Gaze for having me. NyRiam, it's always great to bask in your beauty, Miss NyRiam. Oh. And Chris, it's an inspiration that you lost all of that weight and put the life of crime behind you. So
oh, thank you.
Thank you.
Mostly anyway.
Yeah. So thank you for having me. Thank you to the chat, and live, learn, laugh. I'm Liam Gray.
Oh, wow. Mic drop.
Mic drop. Yeah, man. Well, thanks, Chris, for showing up. Appreciate it, man. I know you're a busy fella, especially during the day.
Yeah, it's my lunch break.
I'm gonna put everybody's links for their projects in the description below.
He's even busier at night.
That's because he's on streams or in chats.
Oh my God.
Yeah, I'm gonna drop everybody's links for their projects in the description below. If you haven't gotten Infinite Tale Chronicles yet, seriously, get on it. I'm gonna put that down there along with Wonder Island, along with Sunsworn, I think is already there. But yeah, thank you all for coming. You guys in the chat are magnificent as always. Thank you for helping us keep the conversation fresh. Appreciate all your input, and as always, you are
the best around. Nothing but a hammer. I'm warning you, sir. The best around.
So thank you very much. We love you guys. Don't forget to be here at 6 o'clock on Thursday for the probe. I'm pretty sure we're going to be having Mike Murphy on and talk to him about his novella that he's putting out, Long Shadow. And yeah, Fisk, you're always welcome to pop in on that as well.
Oh, cool. Thanks.
So, yeah. You're a regular.
Appreciate you guys. Love you. Catch you on the next one. Peace.